Are you downsizing? Maybe need more room because of additions to the family, or possibly seeking that dream home you've always wanted? Well, Tim Eisner at Royal LePage Atlantic is the guy for you. With a proven track record and multiple awards, Tim goes above and beyond to find out your needs and exactly what you're looking for. So if you're seeking a new home or trying to sell your current one, contact Tim at 902-499-5717 or check him out on Facebook at Tim Eisner. Again, that's 902-499-5717. Trust me, when all is said and done, we'll be saying Tim Eisner strikes again. Hey, what is going on? Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. Welcome to another episode of Outside the Chute. I'm your host, Randy Frame. This week's OTC Player of the Week comes to us from Texas as Madeline Strader takes home the weekly honors. Maddie hit a whopping .875 with a double, triple, 11 stolen bases, and 11 runs scored last weekend at the Ronald McDonald Tournament in Houston. Maddie and her Blaze 18 United team went a perfect 5-0. Awesome job, Maddie. Best of luck going forward. On to this week's guest, and we sat down and chatted with four-time ISC World Champion and former Canadian men's national team member, Don Scott. Donnie has had a fantastic career in the game. To go along with those 4 ISC World titles, he's won 3 Canadian Senior Men's Championships, named to the 2011 ISC All World Team, and won the 2012 Pan American Championships where he would take home the Top Pitcher Award. We're going to talk to Donnie about getting a start in the game, attending the 93 Canada Games with Team Ontario, making the jump to the ISC Circuit at the age of 29 with the Kitchener Hallman Twins, what it was like being named Team Canada in 2011, and much, much more. Donnie was an absolute beauty to chat with. Hopey and I had a blast chatting with him. Trust me, you're going to enjoy this episode. With that being said, grab that drink, sit back, relax, because here we go.
I got the world in my palm, lights, camera, action, it's on. I can't describe what I'm feeling, ain't never felt this freedom. I got the world in my palm, lights, camera, action, it's on. Ain't never felt this freedom. Could you say that anything goes, anything goes, anything goes, anything goes, anything goes, anything goes.
Hey, Hopey.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Good, how's it going?
Good, man.
2 weeks in a row.
I'm freaking tired already. Tired of seeing your face.
I know, man. It's enough over the summertime, what? Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah. No, I'm glad to be back. Good guest today.
Absolutely.
Donnie Scott.
Donnie Scott. We got, I listened to him on Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly and took a lot of notes from that. I got to, and probably touch on a few other things that they didn't cover. But
that guy threw fucking BBs.
Ridiculous.
It was unbelievable. It wasn't even fair.
And he had no problem just bringing it inside on you.
No, he would pin you just because.
Yep. Yeah.
No, you're tall. I'm getting you. Yeah, I can't say if you pinned me, but.
And that was another thing. This was another one that I got to hook up with in Newfoundland.
Yeah, Newfoundland. Exactly. I know.
And line this up. So.
Which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
the ball community, man, it's fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
Always will be.
For sure. It's all about paying it forward.
I do have a little pay it forward story. Well, it's not much of a story. It's just, I'm just wondering what the limitations are to pay it forward.
I don't know, man.
Or where you stop or how it works. Because here's my example. Today, before I went to work, I grabbed my coffee at McDonald's. It's $2.30, whatever it is. So I pull up to the friggin' drive-through. There's 2 drive-throughs. There's a Tesla beside me. I'm looking at it like it's pretty cool. It's an electric car. You're thinking about it. And there's a dude in it or whatever. Anyway, he does whatever he does. And I pull in behind him after I place my order for my 1 coffee. I get up to the window and the lady goes, "Oh, the guy ahead of you paid for you." I was like, "Oh shit. Well, that's super nice." So then you feel obligated to pay for the person behind you.
Yeah.
So I said, so that was $2.30. Don't forget. So I said, okay, well, what did the person behind me get? $4.15. So I was like, okay. So I handed the lady a $5 bill, left her a tip, pulled forward, took off. I felt good about doing it. The guy probably felt good about doing it. But then I'm thinking to myself, I just was going to spend $2.30 and then have another $2.30 in my truck that I could get another coffee later.
Right.
But instead, the people behind me ordered $4.15 worth of food, and I felt obligated to purchase the food for them or the drink or whatever it was. So then my question to that is, and it's happened to me before, I told you.
Yeah.
I was in another time and the person behind me I said, so what did they get behind me? $26. I was like, okay, thanks very much. And I just fucking pulled ahead, of course. But even the $4.15 took me for a little loop.
Right.
I don't carry a lot of cash, a lot of change, and I didn't have enough coffee for the rest of the day.
And the thing is, like, the people that got up and they were like, oh, the guy ahead paid for it.
Yeah.
And they're like, I wonder if they're like, well, what about the person behind us?
Yeah. Well, I hope that does happen.
Yeah.
I think it does in a lot of cases, but I mean, where does it stop though?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to pay over $5, obviously, but I did feel good about paying it forward, and it was nice that guy did it. And not all people that own Teslas are assholes, apparently. So it was good.
Exactly. I like it.
And I have one more story I got to tell you about. I went to my daughter's boyfriend's game last night. He plays for Acadia University.
And he's on fire too.
Yeah. Well, they lost last night 4-0 to SMU. SMU's ranked 4th in the country. They're a very good team. Shots were even. It was a good game. Liam played well.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I went with my brother-in-law, Greg, and my nephew, Chase.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to the game in the new SMU Daphne rink, which is very nice.
Oh, is it nice?
Oh, shit. Well, compared to the other place, the other place was like the coldest place on earth. Anyway, it's really nice. It's a nice rink. It's very, like, it's small, but the seats go all the way around and stuff. It's nice. So anyway, we walk in after we pay for our ticket and walk in on ice level, and Liam's team is practicing, or their warm up in that end. So, and it's always cool to watch because these guys can play hockey, man. Like, it's
better than major junior.
100%.
Yeah.
And they're all men. Like, they're all fucking smashing the shit out of each other too. So anyway, we stood down because my nephew really loves it. He's 15 or 14. Yeah. And we stood down and watched, and they're firing pucks at the goaltender. Anyway, Liam comes in and takes a shot. And I'm standing, I have my phone sitting on the dasher on the other side of the glass, and I'm to the right of the goaltender. Liam takes a shot, hits the crossbar, goes up and hits the mesh, goes between the mesh and the glass, hits me in the top of the head, lands right beside my phone on the dasher. Like, what are the fucking chances? Like, yeah, my daughter's boyfriend takes a shot, hits me in the fucking... Anyway, it was hilarious. The goalie turned around and looked at me, and he was fucking losing it. Like, laughing.
Did
Liam knew too. Yeah, he had a big old giggle, and then I held the puck up and smashed it against the glass. But anyway, it was pretty cool.
That's amazing.
I know. Like, what are the chances?
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck just happened?
That is awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh my God.
Anyway, again, good hockey.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Well, I looked at the two rosters. There's only 2 guys that didn't play major junior or in the AHL on those 2 rosters.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know firsthand. Well, that semester I had at Dow when I was there.
Yeah.
And
when you fucked up.
I practiced every day with them, and I was way out of my league. I was like, holy shit, this is like so fast. Like, I was able to keep up as far as skating goes, but as far as, like, being physical and everything. And I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about the university hockey is the fact that when you're that skilled player, like that guy that's really good on the team, you get the shit beat out of you.
Yeah.
And there's no retaliation. You can't fight.
That's right.
They have some big dudes too.
Do they?
Oh my God. I mean, and it's dirty. It is super dirty.
Is it?
Like last night, one guy behind the net, he played for the Kitchener Rangers, last year. Yeah. He butt-ended a guy right in the face, like right beside the net. The guy went down like a ton of bricks, got up, skated off, and nobody could retaliate. You can't really do anything.
Yeah, really.
Anyway.
See, I haven't seen a game in years now, but
you're gonna have to go, man.
It's still, I know firsthand, it's the best hockey we have in Atlantic, Canada.
It is by far.
Yeah.
And they don't get the crowds like I wish they would.
I know. Yeah. Which sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's really good hockey.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. Anyway, enough about hockey and playing it forward.
What else were we going to talk about?
Probably the fact that, we're going to talk a little bit about Major League Baseball.
Oh, right.
And fuck the Yankees. I hope the Astros kick the shit out of them.
17 Ks last night for them.
I know, man. That's amazing.
Verlander's like a fountain of youth right now.
Well, I saw a stat on him about how good he was. He was Cy Young, and then he fell off the table. He wasn't very good at all. Then he had Tommy John surgery, I think last year, as a 38-year-old. And now he came back this year, or maybe the year before. Anyway, he came back this year, and he's just on fire this year.
Look who his wife is.
Yeah. Amazing.
That's incentive right there.
And of course, we're open for the Padres.
Absolutely. Don Tricker.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they won last night. Tied series up 1-1.
Yeah.
Actually, cool thing about that game was the Nola brothers going against each other.
Yeah, that's
first time
awesome.
in Major League Baseball history
That
with two
is
brothers.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny they kept showing their parents. Like, the mom was definitely cheering for San Diego, and the dad had the Phillies jersey on with his arms crossed, and he didn't want to give a high five. But as a parent though, that's going to be tough. Like
tough, but how proud would you be, man?
Oh,
it's amazing.
And the thing is, one of them's going to the World Series now.
Yeah, yeah.
So
amazing.
Yeah. Don't think. Do we have anything else to talk about?
Well, we know that the WBSCs are coming up again.
They are.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that.
Definitely excited.
Yeah. I'm very excited about it.
Like I said,
Scope sent me a text on Sunday. Actually, he was at the field with Patty pitching.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured they would.
The weather's been good enough to keep going too.
This weekend too.
This weekend's
really
freaking
nice.
beautiful. Yeah. We're going to try to keep raccoons out of the canteen at the ball field this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. There was something else I was going to. About the WBSC where I mentioned there last week we're going to be doing a little preview show with the coaches with
Ron Hackett
Julio and Ron Hackett and Mr. John Stewart. And that should be a dandy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really looking forward to hearing what they have to say, to be honest. Yeah.
And I think the thing is for us is seeing what the mental plan is going into it and what the game plan is. Of course they're probably not gonna keep a few things on the table.
Oh, I would hope they would. Yeah. I follow New Zealand softball on Facebook or on whatever the hell it is, whatever social platform it is, media platform, and they are really getting geared up.
I guess they are.
Yeah, they're going to be fucking good too.
Yeah. Well, I talked to Chopper and Damien there.
Yeah.
And it's they're definitely gearing up for it. The Kiwis are excited for
on your home
to watch this. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, like we said, Donnie Scott coming on the podcast. Man, this guy could throw the ball.
Yeah,
definitely throw the ball, and he's 4-time ISC World Champ, 3-time senior men's, won a ISC World All World Team. I could.
Did you do fucking homework or
I just blacked out there for a second.
He won ISC.
Sweet. I better have a sip.
Jesus. Definitely editing this fucking shit out.
Anyway, so
let's get to Johnny Dot.
Let's get to Donnie Scott.
Yo.
All right, here we go. We're happy to have on with us 4-time ISC World Champ, 3-time Canadian Senior Men's National Champ, 2011 ISC All World Selection, and former member of Canadian Men's National Team, Don Scott. Donnie, thanks so much for coming on the podcast, pal.
Well, it's absolutely my pleasure.
How's things going up in Ontario? I mean, we talked a little bit before we started recording here. A little bit cold up there, what?
Yeah, it's been a little chilly this week. Highs of like 11 degrees. It hasn't been a lot of fun yet.
Jesus.
It's supposed to be nice this weekend, though.
Hey, as long as it's nice on the weekend, that's the main thing, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's on the go right now? What have you been up to since ball season over?
Not a whole lot. I do coach my daughter in hockey, so I've been doing that. Yeah, we're actually off to Windsor this weekend for a hockey tournament, so.
Nice.
How's
other than that, not a lot. I'd take a break for a while. I'm going to start in the next month. I'll start doing a bit of pitching clinics with some kids, and
nice.
Other than that, I try to keep myself out of the ball scene for the winter.
Right on. How's what's it like having the coach's hat on in the women's hockey?
It's a little more relaxed than one would think.
Oh, really?
I try not to get too worked up over too much. It's a little bit of a lower level. It's not an A or double A or anything like that.
Yeah.
So the expectations are a little lower, and have some fun and play the game.
Yeah. You don't get fired up like you used to on the mound when the Kiwis would stick their chest out at you and.
No, it's kind of odd. When I coached the boys, I didn't get through a lot of the games, but I've never been released from one of the girls' teams yet.
Yeah.
Got to keep it calm for them.
You don't want your daughter all pissed off.
Yeah. No.
Right on. So, what was it like, getting back into her there? Because you were in the played over at Nationals in Newfoundland there. That's where we got to, talk a little bit and line this up. What was it like getting back and playing in the Masters?
It was fun. My biggest thing was, I took 3 years off, and trying to get back at it was
it's tough, eh?
Was a bit of a challenge. Yeah. Your mind still says that you can do a lot of things, but the body just doesn't want to do what you used to be able to do.
Yeah.
So sometimes that gets a little frustrating for me. I feel like I should be doing more or doing better than what I am, but sometimes I got to realize I'm 48 as well. So.
Yeah,
catches up to you in a hurry. How are the injuries? Like, how did you feel, leg wise, groin wise, hamstring wise?
I won't at the start. It was definitely my legs.
Yeah.
Start of the season, trying to get back in, and my legs were tired.
Yeah.
And I noticed that more than anything. My arm and shoulders and that wasn't horrible. Until Newfoundland, and then of course that's when I came in with the arm issues. But throughout the season it was actually not too bad.
That's good.
I didn't throw a lot. That was the biggest thing. I'd throw a few innings here and there, different teams, and I coached my son's team as well, the U18. So
good.
That keeps me busy there.
Right on. So who were you playing with leading up to Masters?
So I hooked up with a Mitchell Mets team, and unfortunately I didn't get to play up there as much as I wanted to because my kids' team and their schedule kind of lined up. I missed out on a lot of playing time there with being with the kids. But my kids' team I ended up putting into a men's league this year. So I actually did throw a little bit with them at the start of the year when, pitchers were not there or not wanting to throw a whole pile at the start of the year.
Right. Geez, that's all right. You get in there, show the young fellas how to do it or what?
I'll tell you, that probably was my most fun of the whole year. Was the first game I went and played and went and pitched with the kids team. I got my son playing first base.
Oh man. Yeah.
I got a pretty lippy team. They like to chew at each other pretty good. So it's a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
And they're yelling at me, "Come on, rookie," and all this stuff, So it was fun.
Oh yeah.
You hear your own kid going, "Come on, Dad," and he almost says "Dad," and it's like, "No, it's okay, bud. You don't have to tell me that."
Yeah, really.
So, it was pretty good. The most awkward thing is when you go to pull your pitcher and you got your ball glove in your hand.
Yeah, I'm going in now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, pretty cool to play with your son. I mean, Hopey, you'd know firsthand what it's like to play with Jake, right?
Yeah, it was my favorite thing, I think, and that's why I kept playing. Was like I couldn't wait to play with my son. That was great for sure.
Yeah, that was it. That for me, that put a big smile on my face, looking around and going, "You know what? This is fun. This is what it's supposed to be."
Yeah,
for sure.
And then he chirps the shit out of me now, but anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be.
The old man now.
Yeah.
All right, Donnie. Well, let's go back a few years. Let's test the memory here. Let's tell us about getting your start in the game.
I started locally, just literally a mile and a quarter up the road from my house, and in Sebringville, and played I guess I started when I was about 4 or 5 years old, and probably 4. I started break pitching. My brother was a pitcher, right? So I wanted to be like him, and I started pitching, and then I'm doing okay at this, and I started to go up different teams. Went into Stratford and played there. They were a little more competitive and a lot more tournaments, so got my feet wet there. And then the one, so basically, I don't know about you guys, but around here there wasn't a lot of pitching instruction. So I relied, hardly anything growing up.
Yeah.
So I relied a lot on my brother. He's 4 years older, and he could show me a lot of stuff. So I kind of picked his brain and made him catch me a lot.
Yeah, that's good. You had that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know the one tournament we went to, my parents were going to a ball tournament, and he had to take me. So we won the game, and I said, we're going to go back, have some hot dogs, that kind of stuff at the coach's house. He said, like, hell yeah. you get your ass in the truck. He says, I'm not going to watch you pitch like that ever again. And we went right to the ball diamond. I pitched for an hour and a half there, and then went back to the tournament and threw another game.
That's awesome.
So he was kind of the pushing factor on me getting better.
Yeah, that's good.
I
That's
guess,
good.
geez,
At a younger age, right?
Yeah.
So
Did your brother go on to play any ball?
he played with Owen Sound,
Oh, okay.
Flex, and played in Aurora a bit. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, so where else was he? Toronto Aces for a while.
Awesome.
right on.
So yeah, he played in the ISC loop for a while, and then I ended up getting lucky enough to get into it. So
Yeah.
So he's
yeah,
obviously he was probably a pretty huge part in your development.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, what
Yeah,
was the
well,
what was the back then, like, what was the ball scene like for you growing up? Because I mean, whenever we talk to anybody from Ontario here, I mean, the ball scene back then, I imagine there was teams upon teams.
Oh, absolutely. There was a ton of teams around here. When we were younger, we did a little more traveling, but when we got older, we didn't really have to. So when I started playing like junior and that kind of stuff, within half an hour of my house with our South Perth League, we had 24 teams in it.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
And I didn't have to travel any further than half an hour when I first started.
That's unreal. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
it was great.
Yeah.
Wow.
But even junior, like, I don't know, you guys are about the same age. I don't know what your limbs were like, but for us, there was 40 plus teams in the elimination tournament to try to qualify top two to go to Canadians.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a brutal gruel just to get out of Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely didn't have anything like that.
Fuck no. Not even close.
We had 2, 3, maybe
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I think it's still a lot
Yeah.
like that in Ontario too, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know that.
Well, it's down a ton now.
Yeah, down a ton, but there are different pockets where there are a bunch of teams that are playing type idea, like kind of hotbeds of softball in different areas.
Yeah, there's certain areas that
Yeah.
it's not bad. I mean, my son's team, our eliminations, we had 13 teams was all we had for the midget eliminations.
Yeah.
And then I think the year before there was 17.
Oh, okay.
So, sorry, not the year before, before COVID.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So COVID definitely took a bit of a hit on some players playing.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah. Oh.
They found out that it was fun going to the beach and checking out the girls. And said, you know what? I think I'm going to do this instead of playing ball every weekend.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Like,
Fucking COVID.
It is, yeah.
yeah. Fuck.
I do like girls though.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can't exactly blame them.
No, that's right.
No,
that's
gosh,
right.
no.
But yeah, our senior team, we had a lot of success. We never had, I mean, I wouldn't say we had the best team on paper, but we were all best friends.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That goes a long way.
we knew, yeah, absolutely. We knew exactly what everybody was doing and what they wanted to do, and we just did it. And it was fun. And, you know, I played that, well, till I went to the ISCs. Like, we played intermediate ball and we had a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anybody, you know, growing up there, like in your early days, was there anybody that you grew up with that would, you know, go on to, you know, have success in the game?
So like Jody, we used to get together a lot when we were kids. We only lived about a mile and a quarter, a mile and a half from each other.
Oh, wow.
So two of us would get together and play all the time. We played club ball together, and then like Dale Levy. He was another one in Sebringville that we always played together against each other a little bit when we were growing up. But
Mm-hmm.
once we got to junior, we played together all the way through. And then, you know, it was just, like you say, it was just a lot of fun. Everybody was buddies.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, that's what that what makes it best to go to the ball field is,
Oh
you know,
fuck yeah!
being able to play with your guys. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just, you know, it was a joy. And all the wives and everything else, they always came to everything, and girlfriends. I mean, everybody was welcome. It's just like a big family, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
and,
awesome.
And we basically took that to the Kitchener team as well. Like, I played Kitchener 8 years, and it was a huge family affair there too. And everybody got along. It was just, that was there. See, for me at the senior level was probably the biggest family team I played with.
See, and that's one of those things that goes a long way, like as far as, you know, making it easier for for you to go away on weekends is when, when the wives are incorporated into it, because they're like, oh shit, well, we can do this too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was a lot less complaining.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what Randy was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to be nice about it.
Yeah. No, that's for sure. But yeah, we had a lot of good coaches going up through when I was younger, and try to develop and do those things. But yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was just fun all the way through.
Right on. Let's talk about the 93 Canada Games, because you attended that, correct?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
First,
the first time.
Yep. Sorry, go ahead.
That I had a pitching coach.
Oh, really? Okay.
It was Team Ontario. That's the very first time that I actually had somebody that was an actual pitching coach.
Wow.
Yeah. I got to ask about the tryout process for that Team Ontario. Like, how long is that tryout process? Because imagine there's a lot of athletes trying out.
There was, yeah. It was invite only.
Okay.
So everybody that got there was invited there.
Okay.
And it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday tryout.
Okay.
So you were basically on the diamond 24/7 for 3 days.
Yeah.
Now, not just always playing. Like we'd have different skill developments and so they could see where you could do and what you could do and different things like that. And then it was just inter squad games, and so that was the first time I actually got chewed out, I guess, by a coach.
Oh yeah.
I went out and I know the batter that was up, and the catcher called his pitch, and I'm like, no way. So I'm trying to make this team. If I throw that, he's hitting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm shaking my head, and he throws it again. And I was like, nope, not doing it. Pitching coach walks out. So why are you shaking your head? I said, well, I don't want to throw that pitch. I said, if I throw that pitch, he's going to get hit. It looks bad on me.
Right.
He goes, I don't care. You don't shake your head. And he just kind of went up and down me a little bit. And
wow.
I didn't really shake my head much after that. I basically let the catchers call the game, and that was about it.
Did you get a hit?
Yeah, he got a hit. It was Jody. Yeah, he hits the freaking drop all the way out like a ton. Like,
it was Jody.
Throwing him back for?
You should have just fucking drilled him. That would have taught the coach.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jody, this is coming at you.
Jody, sorry, man.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. I mean, it was the first time I really got an experience of something other than club ball, right?
Yeah.
So that's when I got my feet wet of, hey, there's more out here than just what I'm doing at home.
Yeah. So what do you remember most about the games? 'Cause that was in Kamloops, BC, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The atmosphere there was second to none. Like, it was unreal. Surrounded by mountains, your ballpark there. And then, like, basically we're 93, so we're 19, 18 years old. And everybody's staying on their own, but curfews, you couldn't do a whole lot.
Yeah. So
there was no going out and
that's true.
Not getting home.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was pretty strict, meal regiments and different things like that. But back in those days, it was huge on trading. I don't know if you guys did a lot of that, but you used to trade like jerseys and hats and coats and all that kind of stuff. Everybody did that.
Yeah. I think I
still got. I didn't do much trading there because I thought Team Ontario stuff, but it's so much fun because you kind of know a few of the people that you're playing against just from tournaments, different areas. And so, I mean, it's kind of like growing your family, right? Like softball's a pretty small, close-knit group. And once you get in it, it's really hard to get out.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, we always talk about that.
You really don't get out, really. I mean, you can go anywhere and you see somebody that you play ball with, instantly you can go and have a conversation with.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. That's what we love about it.
So there was a lot of that, a lot of new friends making, different connections throughout Ontario that you played against all these people, and then you get to finally play with them. Yeah. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, you mentioned the trading there. I remember in 97 Canada Games, I traded my opening ceremonies jacket with a guy from BC for one of their jackets. I forget. I don't know if it was their opening ceremony jacket or anything, but yeah. But now I don't know where it is.
So same year, 93, and our female team qualified for the Canadians, the junior Canadians. So I I went from Kamloops, BC, and so did my grandparents, actually. My grandparents drove the motorhome to BC.
Oh, shit.
Watched the Canada games, and then got in their motorhome and drove clear across Canada to Summerside, PEI for the Canadians.
Shut up.
Holy crap. That's awesome.
Yep, they were there
shit.
when we pulled in. It was unreal.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
A lot of driving. That's awesome, though.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool for me that they would do that, you know. And they took the motor home and they used the whole week to get there. So I was only home, I think, for 4 days and then back on a bus and over to PEI.
Wow.
And that was, you're talking about trading things. I got Sean O'Brien's coat.
Oh, yeah?
So to this day, I traded his new coat for my Ontario coat.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Have you been to the Goofy Newfie, Rob's bar there? And
I have once. He wasn't there, though.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
No,
We were actually there for a hockey game in Fergus, so I stopped in and had supper after the game.
Nice.
right on. Yeah, the stuff they post online, I'm like, man, that shit looks good. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
looks so
Yeah. 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 Trading champs, couldn't complain.
good. Yeah, yeah. Now you mentioned that that junior nat was your first junior nats. Was that in Summerside or was that in Newfoundland?
Summerside.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that
Yep. So that was 93 was the first time I went there.
okay. What do you remember about that one?
That one there was tough. We figured out that, you know, there's ball everywhere. It's pretty damn good. And it was hard just to make the transition from what we're used to something different. The guys play different game, you know. Ontario kind of played a game of really not a whole lot of small ball, and then you go somewhere else and you're getting a lot of small ball, and you have to make a big adjustment on how you're defending it, right? And it was a big learning step for our team for the way, you know, different provinces play the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I do remember giving up a big ass home run to Scotty Evans, though. I don't know if you've been to Summerside. They got that wooden picket fence. And
Oh, yeah.
Good here, that 150 feet over that sucker. Damn near hit the house across the road.
That was an awesome ballpark, man. Queen Elizabeth
Park, yeah.
That was man, that was such a good.
Yeah, they were beautiful parks. I loved them there.
Yeah.
They don't even use them anymore.
Yeah, no.
Softball.
It's not even being used, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
No, not at all.
There's no men's ball. Well, there's a little bit of men's ball in Charlottetown. Just older guys right now. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is too bad.
So you get done with the junior ball. Tell us about the in between. You know, from then until 2003 when you joined Kitchener, because there was a 10-year span where you're pretty much playing intermediate ball, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I honestly, I probably would have played intermediate ball my whole life if I didn't get, well, Dave Bailey and Doug Eit and Brian Steary. They basically took our Seavermill team and approached Jim Hallman about starting over with the Hallman Twins because they hadn't had a team for a lot of years. So, and our team, like I say, our Seavermill team was good. We had really good players on it. We did really well. We won the NAFA in 2002. So that was the year that they approached Jim after that. And we basically took our Seavermill team and a couple other guys and went to play ISC.
Wow.
But I played my whole time, basically, from junior to going to Kitchener out of Seavermill.
Wow. So, I mean, like all those, was the opportunity there, or were you just content playing locally?
I guess I was content. I never really reached out. I mean, I knew it was out there. I just didn't really. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't care.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I looked at it like, you know what? I'm having fun, and what do I need to go play that for? And
yeah.
But so when we're playing in league, you get Doug Levy and a bunch of different guys that played like in the ISC loop at that time.
Yep. Still
played in our South Perth League. So anytime I played them, I was like, okay, so I know who you are. I have to try a little harder here.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to see if I could play and if I could do well against those guys, then okay, I think I can make that step. So I always pushed myself through league once I seen, like Dale Levy coming up, Doug Levy coming up, for example, those guys. And I had pretty good success against them in league. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it. So like I say, 2003, that's when I got into playing ISC ball. Man. I was pretty late in life. I was 29 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That's crazy when you think about it, really. I mean, it really is. But
yeah,
going back to the South Perth League, how often did you guys play a week? Was it like, one, two?
Usually a couple times a week.
Yeah.
That would be, our minimum. And then, but our junior team, we played a ton. We played every single weekend from start of May till the end of the year.
Yeah. Now, did you guys?
We only would have one off.
Yeah. Well, being that when you're that young, I mean, that seems like the norm now as far as, getting guys developed and everything. But I mean, with for you guys' league, did you guys run tournaments at all or anything like that?
Yeah. When I played intermediate, we were still in tournaments pretty well. We'd probably do about 5 or 6 a year.
Oh, wow. So you're still getting a lot of ball in, though.
Oh, yeah. A ton of ball.
Yeah.
And I still played, I used to travel to Texas and play there. I played it with Baltimore. So the one summer I started to keep track of how many ball games I pitch in. And because I was playing, that was in 93, I think so Team Ontario, and then my local team, and then I played with team in Texas, played for 2 teams in Toronto, and I physically pitched in 100 games that summer.
Wow.
Holy shit.
And so we played a lot.
Wow. So the team out of Texas, would they fly in and...
No, he hitchhiked, Randy.
I just fly in there. I'd fly in there for the weekend. I'd usually get there Friday, and I'd be home Sunday night.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Fuck off, Hopey.
Just fly in for a tournament. Yeah,
that's awesome. So, 2003, like I said, Kitchener formed, which is pretty much your Sabrinville team there. What?
At the start.
Yeah, at the start. So, I mean, guys obviously had to be added because, I mean, that first ISC you guys went to in Kimberley, you guys finished 5th, I believe. Did you not? 5th or 6th?
Yeah. We actually had a pretty good run. I mean, like I said, we had a good intermediate team.
Yeah. But I mean, to go into the ISC, so I mean, to be that high up.
You got to remember when we first started going to the ISCs, that's the years that they were bringing in that.
The
top 10 played against each other.
Oh,
so
right.
You
yes.
basically wanted to be ranked below top 10.
That's right, too. Yes.
You could play and let all the top teams beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Use up their pitching, because they gotta.
Yep.
And you just basically tried to finish in that 11th spot or 12th because now you're playing the bottom of that division.
Yep.
And you could work your way back to those top teams.
That's right.
And now they're tired. So it was kind of an advantage for us for that reason, but
no doubt. Well, that must have been a pretty big eye opener for you, though. That first one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It was like, okay, these guys are good. I gotta figure out some new pitches.
Yeah.
But that was and that helped us when I was young too.
Yeah.
Because our coaches always put us in higher levels.
Right.
So when I was midget, we were playing men's. When I was Bantam, we're playing junior. And so I learned pretty quick that my one pitch rise ball wasn't going to cut it when I was younger because I was getting an awful sore neck watching the ball go flying by me all the time.
I know
when you're playing men.
I know the feeling, Donnie.
So yeah. So I was like, okay. So that's when I, grabbed my brother. All right.
Yeah.
I need to learn a drop ball.
Now, I was doing my research. Obviously, I was going through the years of the 2004. Did you guys not qualify, or did you just not have a team?
So 2004, I believe, is the year that we actually did qualify. Or was that no, it would have been 2004. We would try to go. No, 2002. We tried to go as a Sabrinville team, and we actually legitimately qualified. but we didn't play in the IC League, so they wouldn't let us in.
Oh, okay.
We went to the qualifying tournament and finished second, but the top two were supposed to go. But being we didn't play in the IC League, they basically voted us out and let the third place team in.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
Yeah, so that was kind of a kick in the teeth.
I imagine. Yeah.
But there was one year, I think now, 2004.
I just went through the standings in 2004, and Kitchener wasn't on there at all. And I was like, well, what the hell? Did they play that 1 year, take a year off to regroup for 2005? Because 2005, I mean, you guys had a big year.
Yeah, 2005 we were good. I'm trying to remember now. Years, I thought we did go, but I guess we didn't.
Huh. I don't know.
I don't.
I mean, they have the qualifiers, but I couldn't imagine you guys not qualifying.
Donnie, you're no Todd Martin, by the way.
Oh my God, he doesn't forget a thing.
Fucking Marty knew with what pitch he threw and what inning of.
Oh, he is ridiculous for bringing up information from the past.
It's unreal.
How he does it.
It's unreal.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the wind was blowing at 13 knots.
Last night.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember he was when we had him on here. I think he was talking about 2006 when he was with Tampa Bay Smokers, and it was the sixth inning of
3-2 count.
Yeah.
The wind was 13 kilometers an hour out of the west. Yeah. Fries are on for $2 for $1. Yeah. There were 62 people in the beer tent that night.
He's unreal.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I've never retained any information.
Oh, shit. That's good.
Awesome.
But, I honestly don't know what happened in 2004.
Well,
I'll be honest with you. If Randy had done his homework, we'd be able to know what happened.
Man, I tried. I was trying to look everything up, and I was like, nothing was coming.
You tried that thing called the internet?
I should have just texted Marty. Marty, what happened in 2004?
He might have known.
I'll text Marty right now.
Jesus Christ. So on to my next one then. Yeah. So obviously 2005, you guys started making a name for yourself, which ultimately leads to the ISC title for you guys in 2008. What was the progress like leading up to that point? I mean, personally for you, was it a learning situation?
Oh, absolutely. For me, every game was a learning situation, and I think I learned the most actually when Toddy came and joined our team, because he's one of the top elite pitchers, and so you pay attention, right? Like I'm not a hay spike. I'm not in his ear the whole time. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Things like that. But I do pay attention, and I learned that he kind of preserves himself throughout the things that don't mean as much.
What do you mean?
So he's like early tournaments and different things. He might not push quite as hard. He might try to, mix different pitches in that he normally wouldn't throw against that guy.
Okay,
just to see how things are going, different things. And I'm like, okay, I get it. And then when it comes down to the matter, then he's there and he's ready and away he goes, right? And I was always of the mindset of every time I go on the diamond, I got to try and throw the ball as hard as I possibly can every pitch.
Right. Yeah.
And then you'd get burned out and you get injured and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez, I got to figure something else out here. Now, I wasn't blessed with a changeup like Todd Martin at all, but I basically didn't learn one of them until I was, 32.
Yeah. It helps, though, eh?
Yeah, it does. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
But, for me, I did a lot of watching the elite teams, the elite players, how they, go to an at-bat, how they prepare for that next ball that might be hit to them, that kind of stuff. I did a lot more of visually watching and, listening to people talk in the dugouts and that kind of thing, to try to make myself better.
Right.
Because then you see these elite pitchers like, or batters like Ryan Wolf, and when they talk about what they see in the pictures and what they, can I pick up a routine? Can I pick up a pattern? And you know what? Growing up, I never thought of any of that.
Mm-hmm.
I just, grab the ball, throw them. They're like, okay, so if people are actually thinking of this, I got to keep that in my mind when I'm on the mound.
Exactly.
Am I getting to a pattern? Am I doing this?
Yeah.
So you kind of learn that aspect of the game. And I didn't have that going in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
so for me, that was a big learn, more from just listening to the guys talk and and how they go through things and how they approach the game, the at bat, the inning. It changes every time.
Yeah.
You know, they go into it was just that's the part that I took a lot from the game, from like Todd Martin and Ryan Wolf, Jody, all those guys I play with, Todd Budke. He studied the game.
Right.
You know, like, and I never did that. So then I started to think, okay, if I'm going to stay at this level or have any success at this level, I'm going to have to start doing some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, you mentioned Wolfie there. I mean, he's one of the guys I would love to sit down and talk to. We haven't had a chance to yet, but what was it like playing with Wolfie? Because, I mean, we've heard from different guys on here, like, how good of a leader is. What's he like?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as far as a leader, there's nobody better. I mean, he's not a in your ear rah guy.
Yeah.
But when he speaks, you listen. Because if he's speaking to you about anything, there's a reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like he's not just talking to talk, right? If he comes and approaches the team as a team, everybody listens because that's Ryan Wolf. You know, he's one of the best in the game to ever play the game, and so. and for a guy that studies the game as much as he does and knows so much about it, you just listen. It doesn't. I don't know. For me, it was a huge respect thing when he would even come and sit down and talk to you about whatever.
Yeah,
you just listened, you know, and that's the way I took him as a leader that way. And on the diamond, I mean, it's hard to beat him on the diamond.
Oh, Jesus,
so,
yes, yeah.
You know, the lead by example type thing out there. But yeah, when he spoke, you listened. Same with Toddy. Toddy Mario, he'd say something, you know, there's usually a reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you listened. So those guys, they brought me a long way.
Yeah.
Just by, like I say, listening to what they got to talk about and how they led the team in different things. And but yeah, I mean, growing up from 03 to the 08, there was a lot of player changes, a lot of friends, you know, that got let go or had to move on to a different team. Dale Levy being one of them. In 08, he went to Saskatchewan. We ended up winning and beating them in the final. So that was kind of
in your face.
That
yeah.
That must have been, you know, personally, that must have been a little tough for you.
It was, yeah. I was happy as hell to win, of course, but you know, I would have loved to win the first one with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did get to win one together with Hill United, but other than that, you know, it was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sucks when people have to leave, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
That's when they brought in the prawn rules.
That's right too. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So that made it hard for teams to load up anymore. But hey,
right.
Good rule though. I mean, they kind of had to bring it in.
They did. I wish they'd kind of modify it a little, but you know, that's my opinion anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you might go out and have one really good week.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Become prawn.
Yeah.
Where my feeling is if you do it 2 years in a row, okay, you deserve to be on that list.
Yeah.
You can still get the notification of being, and the gratification of being all world without being punished as a prawn.
That's right. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
If you did it 2 years in a row, okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
But,
you should have been on that prawn list for consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, you go onto a prawn list playing in the IC2s and you hit the shit out of the ball all the way through the IC2s and you get prawn. Now you can't even play for a team that you want to play for.
That's right. Yeah, that's right too. Freak. Never done that. Anyway.
So,
no, I totally agree with you there. Yeah, very good point.
Do you think you're going to be prawned, Randy? Is that what the problem is right now?
I'm never going to be prawned ever in my life.
Well, that was the one thing that was always nice with Kitchener. We always had 3 or 4 pitchers, so nobody really got too many innings in to have to worry about getting that prawn status, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So we kind of worked our way through it that way.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Let's jump to 2011. Pretty big year for you. Let's talk about that the ISC title with Jarvis first. How did the jump to Jarvis happen anyway? Was Kitchener folding and you got asked to go on? Or?
No, it was, so 2011. So I went, let's see, 2011. when Kitchener folded in 2010. So 2010 we lost to Jarvis in the finals in Midland.
Yeah.
And then I was fortunate enough to get asked to play with Jarvis the year after. So I joined them. And, one thing led to another, and ended up Adam Folker got hurt. So I was basically, here you go. Here's the ball. And
run, Scotty, run.
Yeah, that was about it, right? Like, I probably would have got a few innings here and there throughout that World Tournament if Adam was healthy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have got what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm not that I'm glad he got hurt, but I'm glad that I got the opportunity to try to do that.
Of course.
Well, from a personal standpoint, I mean, you taking the reins there, I mean, that obviously led to you, being named to Team Canada, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in and out on a few camps here and there, but I think that was the straw that broke camel's back for them, for me.
Yeah.
Knowing that I could do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and again, that was, not young. I was 37 then.
Wow, man, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So that's when, and then I ended up going to Colombia with Team Canada after that.
That's right. Yeah.
For qualifiers.
Pan American Championship. Let's talk about that. Because what's funny is I actually watched the highlights of that, the final there today. You guys were down 1-0 going to the sixth. And then everything broke loose for you guys in the sixth inning. Actually, I had a question about that. Who hit that home run? Who was wearing number 9?
Andy Skelly.
Skelly, that's who it was. I was like, who the hell is number 9? Man, he launched that one.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
It was a no-doubter.
The best when they were playing back the video was watching Sandy on deck. Sandy was losing his shit jumping. Actually, everybody was, but I mean, just watching Sandy, because we played with Sandy here for years, and we know him personally, and you know what, obviously you know what Sandy's demeanor like is, being
very quiet,
very quiet, and then just seeing him just losing his shit was awesome to see on video.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that was a pretty cool tournament, being somewhere like that. You don't really know what to expect going to Colombia. Police escort to every practice and game and anywhere you went. And, he basically went out of the hotel onto a bus, got escorted to Ball Diamond, and they'd let you out there, and that was it.
You guys couldn't do anything, could you?
Too much.
Yeah, you guys.
Not really.
No.
We went out, after we won, we went out for a few drinks at a couple bars, but
had to watch your back.
Yeah, a little bit. We definitely stayed as groups.
Yeah, I would say, Jesus,
man.
Yeah, but it was. I never felt in danger the whole time I was there. I mean, I was pretty comfortable the whole time, and I think everybody else would say the same.
Yeah,
we didn't feel, like we were in danger or anything like that. But the atmosphere was pretty cool. Like they. I think it helped playing Venezuela, because they really don't like Venezuela, so they were all cheering for us. So
I noticed that. I was actually going to ask you that, because I noticed when Skelly hit that home run that the crowd was like losing their shit, and I was like, man, they're down in that area. But now that you just said that,
well, honestly, we could thank Jeff Ellsworth for that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
I think he gave away every single thing that said Canada on it to somebody in the stands. He was the biggest PR guy going. It was insane. He was chatting every single person up there that would speak English.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't matter if they didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'd be up in the crowd sitting with the kids and signing something and giving a batting glove to them. And,
that's cool.
And he pretty much emptied his bag. I think he went home with his glove and his spikes.
Wow. That's awesome. That's great.
But he basically won the crowd over just being Jeff. Right?
Yep.
And it was pretty good.
That's wicked.
I mean, I think it took us about an hour and a half after the game to get 50 feet from the dugout to the bus.
Wow.
Because every single person wanted an autograph, a picture, or whatever. That's
awesome, man.
That was pretty neat for us. For me personally, just, like somebody wanted the shirt, and I'm like, oh man, I said, you don't want this shirt. It is soaked. Like, it was covered in sweat. And they're like, no. Take the shirt. I want the shirt. Like, peeling the shirt off my back, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that's where you actually listened to Hilly and Lolly's podcast that you did with them. That's when you were wearing that shirt from they were wearing for opening ceremonies.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, frig. That was a funny story.
Oh yeah, I don't care. And they were ugly shirts too. I just said I'm going to be an ass and wear them and have some fun with it.
Now you had top pitcher of that tournament, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. We took a young staff to that tournament, so it's kind of funny. We were, I don't know if I talked about that on the podcast or not with them, but I wanted a meeting with the coaching staff because I said, I can't do all that pitching or that stretching you guys do. That's not me. Like, I'll be so sore. I won't be able to play.
Yeah.
And the coach said, so you can't sit in the corner over there and have a cigarette. Like, you just can't do that. I said, well, yeah, I know. I said, well, what am I supposed to do? I said, if you want me to pitch, I can't do all that running around and all that stretching. I said, it'll kill me. And they're like, yeah, Jesus Christ, just come up and sit with us in the stands when they do that.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm friggin' 37. I'm damn near the coach's age.
Yeah. Yeah. That's too funny, man.
Didn't I hear, didn't you have to go to the trainers for like to get rubbed down and stuff? And they were like, Donnie, you didn't even pitch yet. And you're like, no, that's from stretching.
Yeah, that was in 08.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the first time I was with the team, and we were doing all this. Like, we're gonna do a warm up. A warm up to me is not 45 minutes of stretching and running and running.
No, you're throwing 10 rise balls, 10 drop balls.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I might put my leg on a fence once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm no problem. I'm ready.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I went to Bongo, got rubbed down, and I didn't even throw an inning yet.
That's hilarious. Oh, man, that's great. Yeah. All right, I got to talk about a few of the senior nats that you've won 3 of them. What one was the most memorable for you?
Probably, I would say probably Owen Sound. That would have been the last one. Mm-hmm. Mainly because I was on the mound at the end.
Right.
And that was the last time that the Nukes got beat before they went on an absolute tear.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that one there probably meant the most. That was 2011 as well. So when I got done with the Worlds, my groin was done. Mm. So I didn't throw a whole lot throughout the week, a few innings here and there, trying to, see if I could even do it. And that's a stupid rule that we still had to toe up. In 2011.
Yeah.
So we weren't allowed to step back.
Oh shit, that's right.
So
too.
Yeah, I'm on the mound trying to toe up with a groin that's ready to explode, and I literally have this great big wrap around my waist, around my leg. If I stood there, my one leg would come off the ground with the groin wrap pulling it up that much.
Holy shit!
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, this sucks. But when we got lucky. We won one game in the round robin. That was it. And then Wolfie showed up. Toddy Martin showed up.
That helps.
We went on, yeah, exactly. And then we went on a run. And then we got to the finals, and Todd started the finals, and he came off. I don't remember the inning. If I text Toddy, he'd tell me the inning and who was up next. But I just remember him coming off, and he gives me the ball partway through, and he goes, if you can break 60, these guys are going to be fucked because I haven't broke 60 all game.
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Actually, I think, I think Marty, when we talked to him on here, he mentioned about that game. And I think one of the questions I asked him, like at that point, could you tell like with that Newfoundland team that, the future was probably going to be theirs?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The players they had, and they just, hadn't figured out how to finish off a game yet. Right? They're all still pretty young. But so much talent. It was just ridiculous. But they just hadn't, it's the same thing with the Tampa Bay, they just figured out how to win, and they just hadn't done that yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as soon as they got that first one, it was like, oh, it's over. Nobody's touching them.
No. Yeah. Well, except for the Mastodons in 2017, right?
Yeah, we did touch them.
Yeah, except for the Mastodons in 2017, yeah.
They can't take that away from us either.
No.
Yeah. It was crazy, the run they went on.
Oh, fuck, they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
And good guys.
legitimately fun to watch, too. Like, just fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody on the team's an asshole.
No, man.
I mean, they go, they have fun. They're all good guys. I mean, they're not rubbing in anything that they're doing. Even if they're spanking, it's like they're still just good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are good guys.
Yeah.
They don't rub shit in you. That's what I like about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know they're the best in Canada, bar none, for years there.
Yeah.
But they're not really arrogant about it. None of them.
Not at all. Not at all.
Like a huge respect for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do as well, for sure.
One question I had to ask before we go on to the final segment here. When you were with Scarborough there in 2013 in Stratford, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is one thing I remember. There was I think it might have been Nick D'Ambrosio playing short. Does he just talk the entire game and it's just loud as hell?
He definitely is loud. Yeah. Yeah.
That's one thing I remember. I remember watching you guys play, and I'm like, who the hell is that yelling at the top of their lungs? And then I just remember being the shortstop.
His voice is just one of those voices that carry really well.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Everybody can hear him on the diamond, that's for sure. But
as a pitcher, though, it's got to get you going.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm sure it bugs everybody else that you're playing against.
Yeah, no doubt.
Which is fine by me too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you got in your head,
they're not
Randy.
focused at the bat. They're worried about that. I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's like that Robbie O'Brien story.
I got injured that week.
Oh, that's right too. Yeah,
Ryan Boland hit a screamer off the back of my pitching hand, and in the second game of the tournament.
Yeah.
Fucking Bowley. Fucking guy.
Yeah.
They're fucking asshole newfies.
Oh, shit.
So, that one sucked.
Yeah.
That actually, Randy and I were talking about that tournament sucked.
It was.
Oh yeah, it was.
Fuck,
terrible.
that was bad.
I would never have recommend Stratford ever again.
God,
and that's my hometown.
Yeah, just a setup. I find it was just a weird setup.
The beer tent.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof.
Or you could say lack thereof. No food, no anything.
Nah.
It was weird.
It was not well run.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not bashing them. We do appreciate them running it, but
for sure.
Yeah, somebody had to do it.
Yeah. Donnie, who's some of the toughest batters you faced over your career?
Well, you just talked to him there not long ago. Last week, I think, Matty Waugh.
Oh, he's all right.
I could never figure out how to get that son of a bitch out.
Yeah, he's not a bad hitter.
No. Well, I think it's because I don't throw strikes. So if you don't swing at pitches that are just off the plate, which he does not.
He just walks and walks and walks.
I'm in trouble because I need somebody chasing. I very seldom throw strikes unless I really have to.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's most pitchers, but he was just so disciplined. And I'm like, God, I'm always behind. And then you got to come on the plate, and then he hits the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, God, you know what? I'm just going to give you first with one in the ribs.
You might as well, what?
Like, come on.
The thing is, he has all the tools.
He was always I would say he was one of my tough outs.
Yeah.
Reese Casely, he had my number.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't bad.
Yeah. He, I struggled getting him out as well. But I did like throwing against Kiwis. They're all right-handed batters, and they all swung hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfect, right?
Yeah. And they didn't like the ball inside, so.
Nobody does. When you're throwing it 400 miles an hour.
It was great. I actually didn't mind playing against them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, when we get on the player association here, I have Patty Shannon in there, which I have a feeling that you're going to bring up the story from Dust Up, and I'll let you do that. But anyway, let's get to player association. As you know, I'm going to throw out some names to you. If just have a story about them, talk about them, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
All right. First one, we've mentioned on here quite a bit tonight. Todd Martin.
Ambassador of the game for me.
Yeah.
Studied the game all the way through, and just a dynamite guy. You couldn't find anybody that's a better guy than him. Whether it's on the diamond, in the beer tent, telling stories, just makes you come to the ballpark and it makes the game fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it doesn't hurt that he's, one of the best in the game either.
Fuck no.
When you get to play with him.
Yeah, exactly.
The guy needs to go on Jeopardy too.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, if they had softball Jeopardy, he would definitely my number one pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up, Adam Smith.
So Smith, I really didn't get to play with much.
No?
I played against him a little bit. He was kind of going out of his, being that top guy when I came in. So I didn't really get a lot with him. I mean, we'd sit in a beer tent, and we'd chat for a bit, and he'd, tell a few stories and talk about a few different players and, possibly how you can pitch them and do different things with. But I always enjoyed watching him play. But I didn't really get a whole lot with Adam.
Right on. Okay.
Good choice, Randy.
Hey man, I'm just going by, I just pulled the stuff out of my hat. Just kidding. I do my research. Obviously I didn't do enough.
Sorry, dude.
Patty Shannon.
So Patty, he was a love-hate relationship for me a lot of the time. For sure at the start of the years, I didn't really get along too well with Patty.
Yeah.
Mainly because of the antics on the diamond, the little flip behind the back, out to the pitcher's mound with the ball. If it was a strike three. And, that doesn't fly in Canada.
No.
You're just showing people up, and that's not right. So, I mean, he was on the receiving end of a few rise balls more than once. I think I got Patty about 5 times.
Shit.
And the worst part was, I think 3 or 4 of them were in the head.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck.
And that was definitely not on purpose. I never tried to hit anybody in the head.
Yeah.
It just kept diving up, and he'd dive in and whack it right in the head. But yeah, Patty was probably one of the best teammates I had, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
When he plays with you, he's 100% with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he's still with the national team or not. They can do their own damn homework. I'll do my homework for my team.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's the way Patty was. And just a dynamite guy.
Yeah.
I mean, the very first time he came in, met us, he's got this one-piece suit on. It's a compression suit for flying. And it's like, what in the hell is he wearing? So he got scuba out of that because it looked like a scuba suit. And then he came in, sat down in the first term. I think we were in Simcoe, and sat down on the bed with us. Looks around in the room, and he's like, shit, doesn't look like I need my elbow pad this year, does it, fellas? I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, everybody that hits me is in this fucking room.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and that was basically the first time any of us really met him.
That's
part
awesome.
of the team. And it's like, yeah, you'll be just fine. You'll fit in perfect.
Great. What a great way to break the ice, though. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Man.
And, like we'd drive to Allentown in a motorhome. There'd be 11, 12 of us in a motorhome going to Allentown. And, start drinking from the time you get in it. And
that's awesome.
All the way there. Don't play the next day. So everybody gets to bed decent time because we're all drunk.
Yeah.
Freaking.
That's awesome.
But Patty had every single thing awesome. So, see this picture this weekend. Here, do you want to see him? Here he is. Video, all this breakdowns on him, everything.
Wow.
But he just had no problem. Like I said, if that was your team, he was 100% in it.
Oh, fuck, that's wicked.
That's
yeah.
definition of ultimate teammate right there. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We were playing in Kitchener, and New Zealand was on the tour. And Patty was on their team, and they wanted information about our team because we were going to be playing New Zealand. And Patty's like, "No, this is my team. You get your own damn information."
Nice.
Wow.
He says, I'm not divulging stuff for my team, so for you guys to help." I said, "That's not my." I'm like, gained a lot of respect from him there, and that was pretty early in the too.
Wow. Man, that's awesome.
And honestly, one of the best catchers I've ever thrown to. I mean, he's one of the guys where I didn't have to shake my head.
Yeah.
Right.
Every time he put his fingers down, that's what I wanted to throw anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and Jason Saver, same thing for me for that. I love throwing to Andy. And
what a great segue. That's a great segue to the next guy, Jason Sanford.
Adam Smith.
Yeah, Sandy, well, you guys brought up, he's pretty quiet, but does his homework. Very quietly does his homework. He's got his book on the batters, love sit down with him and we'd go over batters. But he was the exact same as Patty. If I was throwing the ball to Sandy, every time he put his fingers down, I'd be going, "Yep."
Yeah.
100%, that's what I want to throw.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, he was a guy that, and Patty as well, that learned to call the game for who's on the mound, right?
Yeah.
A lot of catchers just call the game to what the batter's up. Well, it doesn't work for every pitcher.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody throws something different. And both of them, like Sandy, I think that was one of the nice things when the team came, I had him catching. Right. So we were comfortable, and it was like, okay, I know exactly what you want me to do, and you know what I'm going to do. And
right.
And it just worked out great for me. And same thing going with, with Jarvis and that. Like, I got to play with Sandy a lot and just loved him as a person and really loved him as a catcher.
Yeah. Hopey and I got to see firsthand him coming into his own there in 07 at the Nationals in Newfoundland when we were with the Brookfield Elks, and he had a tournament that, remember Hopey, that was just
fuck yeah,
just like out of nowhere.
All of a sudden he has, I don't know, every fucking ring you can imagine.
Like the guy is just amazing.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys, you can, after the game, stand around, have a beer with, and it's just enjoy having a conversation with him.
Well, he still plays hockey with some of the boys.
Yeah, that's right too. Yeah.
Except we can't get him on the fucking podcast.
I know, he will not come on the podcast.
Oh, well, you'd have to get him to talk too much.
Yeah, I know. No. We said we'd take the equipment. We take the equipment over to Pictou.
Yeah.
He can, do what he wants, and we'll have the equipment there if he wants to talk.
Yeah. Just a silent, but always paying attention to everything that's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
He was a sponge on the diamond, and one of my favorite catchers for sure.
That's awesome.
And last but not least, Red, Dale Levy.
Dale Levy. Grew up 25 minutes from each other our whole lives. Didn't know each other until junior. And we became probably, I would say throughout junior, we were best friends and still are today. We don't see each other as much because, kids are busy and doing things, but anytime we see each other, it's like we haven't missed a beat, right? He's just a dynamite guy, go through a wall for you. I remember we were in Allentown, and we had a bit of bullshit go on with the Kiwis in the tournament before in Aurelia, and he was ready to kill people. I'm like, right on. I got that great big son of a bitch behind me. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do wherever the hell I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember the Kiwis used to do that big puff the chest down stare at you, and I remember Red in center field, would you fucking hit him? And he's just screaming at me. I'm like, woo. We're getting the shit kicked out of us. It really isn't going to matter if I hit somebody right now.
Yeah.
I'd rather do it when it means something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we've been best friends for a long time. I mean, I think I said before that with Hilly and Lolly there, that, I know he'd go through a wall to help me out, and I'd do the same for him. It's just a dynamite guy as a teammate. I don't know that you'll find anybody to say anything bad about him.
No, that's
awesome.
right.
Just just a great guy.
That's right. And the funny thing is, oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, no, the funny thing is, you just mentioned, you mentioned on Hilly and Lolly about going through a wall. Hilly said the funniest goddamn thing when you said that about, if I see red and you coming for a wall, I'm gonna be a door.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh man, fuck, that was funny. That was funny. Oh man.
No, he's definitely number one for me in the ball field. Like I say, a junior all the way through.
Right on.
We've always been together, and we've always got along really well together.
That's awesome. Good. That's awesome, Donnie. So going forward, are you going to Masters next year? What's the plan as far as you playing goes?
Well, I've been asked to go to BC, so I haven't said no to it.
Okay,
that way.
Right on.
But yeah, if I'm going to do it, I'm definitely going to try to play a little bit more through the season.
Yeah.
Try, because it's not like it used to be where you could just, we'll be good.
No.
No, you can't.
No.
Age sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, somebody's got to beat Dino and Tosh and them out of the freaking Masters, for freak's sakes. They've been winning too many.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, I think I'm probably going to go next year. I'm not sure if I should be saying a team right now or not, but
the 222s, isn't it? For freak's sake, Jesus.
No, it's not. No.
Saying you got to beat them.
From Ontario.
Yeah.
Team from Ontario that's going to the go out and.
Right on.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there might be a couple.
That's good.
I think, the Shakespeare team, I think they're trying to get themselves back together as a team, like from when they played it in ISCs together. And
that's
I think
awesome.
they're trying to get everybody back together and do it.
Right on.
And then I'm going to go. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go out with the other Ontario team.
Right on. And I'm sure there's going to be I'm sure BC's probably going to have a couple there, and Alberta and Saskatchewan.
Fuck, I wonder if Peaches will be throwing.
Fucking Peaches, man. Can you imagine?
Fuck, Corey Groove. Jesus Christ. Rick Smith.
Rick Smith?
Probably I know Groove will be there probably. With who, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it won't be an Ontario team because we're not allowed to pick up anybody.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah. That's right, too.
Yeah.
I found it funny. We were allowed to have Elsie there this year.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but it's a little different here.
Yeah, Atlantic Canada.
Yeah, Ontario's fucking 85 million fucking people.
True enough.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, but there's only friggin' 50 that are still playing ball for Masters.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Anyway, Donnie.
That's the problem.
Listen, buddy, this has been awesome. I appreciate you taking the time, out of your schedule to come on with us on the podcast. It was so awesome, being able to line this up when we were over in Newfoundland, and hopefully we get to see each other in BC next year.
Well, I think we can count on seeing each other there. It's my pleasure. It was great seeing everybody and back in the game, like taking that time off, and you get back there and it's like, it's just still the same old family. It's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Anyway, Donnie, good talking to you.
Yeah, thanks, Donnie. Best of luck with your coaching your daughter in hockey. Have fun with that, my friend. All right. Take care.
All right,
thanks
pal.
again.
All right, perfect. Thanks very much, guys.
Cheers.
See you, man.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Right on.
Sweet.
Great talk.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Going into this podcast, and actually, I told you about talking to Lolly on the phone today.
Yeah.
And I had mentioned that we were talking to Donnie. I said, Lolly, I'm a little nervous with seeing who's going to F-bomb out each other, Hopey or Donnie on this podcast. But I think it was pretty even keel there with you.
Yeah.
Freak.
That wasn't bad at all.
No, that was awesome.
I love the fact that he was not necessarily a late bloomer, but didn't start to play like the big stuff until he was later in
29.
That's crazy, man, to hear that stuff.
And yeah, join Team Canada in his 30s.
Yeah. Got top pitcher.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm so happy to see him back in the game now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Taking 3 years off is a lot of time. Like, I can remember taking a year and a half off, and it was fucking a lot of work to.
You're still trying to get back.
I'm still trying to get back at it. And that was back in 2001.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man. But No, awesome. Talk to Donnie and
Fantastic.
And like I said, him being back in the game is awesome.
Yep.
What do we got? Anything?
Well, what are we doing next week?
Any closing? I got a big female guest coming on.
Oh, good.
No, I really do. Sis Bates from University of Washington alum. She's in Athletes Unlimited now. A lot of people can probably just Google Sis Bates or not Google, YouTube. Why would you Google? Either way, if you Google, it's going to come up. Right. But no, it's YouTube Sis Bates, and you're going to see highlight after highlight of her making plays from short. And
nice. She
is unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. So I'm really happy to be able to sit down and talk to Sis. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I think.
And then we have the coaches coming up.
Coaches coming up. Yeah. In I think that by that time we'll be in early November. So catch them before they all take off to New Zealand. And again, can't wait to release that episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Get their thoughts on the game.
Absolutely. Anyway, Hopey.
Okay, buddy. That was a good one.
Another week. Follow us, like us, subscribe. Classified.
Take care.
Pick it up, yeah. Pick it up, pick it up. Ha. Pick it up, pick it up. Nah, we ain't slowing down. Pick it up, yeah. Let's play a game, call the monkey in the middle. Married to the game, but I ain't scared to make a single. This right here got you feeling like a nympho. About the climax with your face all in a pillow. It's a grand slam home run. Early morning tee off, sinking a hole in one. 1-for-1, the underdog, but I'm winning it. Club closed, but the DJ keeps spinning it. Oh, I can't stop this feeling that I come across. Moonwalking on water like the sun and God. Then I'm ghost. Busters, who you gonna call? Feels like Christmas when I'm sipping on that rum and all. It's a bonus on your paycheck. It's when the wifey surprised you with day sex. Yes, it's going on that first date. It's taking her over dinner and she offers to pay. That's a grand slam. Move the oatmeal way back. I'm swinging for the fence. Grand slam. I got a couple of drinks, got weed and some money to spend. That's a grand slam. I'm feeling brand new, like no I can't lose. That's a damn good day to me. That's a damn good day to me. That's right, and that's a damn good day. Pick it up, pick it up. I'm trying to give a bit of great advice. You in a dark place, this could be your ray of light. It's a feeling that could make you nice. I'm trying to take these people higher. It don't matter if you're afraid of heights. Right, it's like that back massage. It's a bachelor party over your last hurrah. Feels good, don't it? Enjoy it while you can, cause this all stops when the record ends. There's three types of people I know that tell the truth. Kids, drunks, and those who nothing to lose. I'm on my last drink though, but got no weed to smoke. Oh, just found a joint in the seat of my coach. That's a grand slam. Move the oatmeal way back. I'm swinging for the fence. Grand slam. I got a couple of drinks, got weed and some money to spend. That's a grand slam. I'm feeling brand new, like no I can't lose. That's a damn good day to me. Said I'm feeling brand new, like no I can't lose. That's a damn good day to me. Grand slam. And that's a damn good day to me. Pick it up, pick it up. Nah, we ain't slowing down. Pick it up, pick it up. I'm a tall, skinny white dude, born and raised out in Enfield is where I'm still living today. Nah, I never went Hollywood, heaven forbid. And a big up to my hometown for letting me live. I'm feeling it and feeling energized, like I worked out and got some exercise. It's that game-winning goal. It's getting home from work. It's smelling your...
Are you downsizing? Maybe need more room because of additions to the family, or possibly seeking that dream home you've always wanted? Well, Tim Eisner at Royal LePage Atlantic is the guy for you. With a proven track record and multiple awards, Tim goes above and beyond to find out your needs and exactly what you're looking for. So if you're seeking a new home or trying to sell your current one, contact Tim at 902-499-5717 or check him out on Facebook at Tim Eisner. Again, that's 902-499-5717. Trust me, when all is said and done, we'll be saying Tim Eisner strikes again.